Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
I'm here at the Biometrics Health Center, and we're here with Dr. Vic. We're performing Biomagnetic Pair Therapy. Now, right now, he's got the Mind Alive David hooked up, and we're doing a mood boosting session, which is mood booster number 2. This is doing cranial electrotherapy stimulation. Cranial CES therapy uses a very small pulse, calibrated pulse of electricity delivered to the brain through the ear clips, that stimulate the production of your endorphins in perfect balance. Most importantly, serotonin, norepinephrine, and epinephrine. He's also.
What are those? What are those things?
Those are the these are the endorphins. These are the fluids that help your brain to function properly.
Does it also help with fight or flight?
Yes.
Stress relaxation?
In fact, serotonin especially is very closely associated with fight or flight. Serotonin is very closely associated with self-esteem as well. Okay, when we're in a stressful situation or in conflict with someone, the frontal lobe is robbed of serotonin. And then that takes away your ability to recognize people's emotions by their facial expressions. So when you get into that state, that is the fight or flight state, because you're not able to feel empathy for the other person. And when you
body stay in stress state then too?
Exactly. Your body stays in the stress state. Your brain starts to pick up dysregulation in the neocortex, and it's a downward spiral. So you just don't feel good. By having your serotonin balanced, thank you, whoever that is that's clicking like already. By having your serotonin balanced through cranial electrotherapy stimulation, you're able to be much more calm, much more relaxed, and it improves the function of your brain. Okay, now with biomagnetism, biomagnetic pair therapy, we started off with a very powerful negative magnet on the navel. Now, the navel is your end of the umbilical cord. So the navel contains all of your stem cells, okay? So by having a strong negative magnet on your navel throughout your session, you're releasing stem cells throughout the body. We're also doing what is called the top 5 detox. We are putting magnets on the pancreas, on the kidneys, on the lungs, on the liver, and on the bladder. But what we're doing, instead of the bladder, I have it over to the left side here, because we're stimulating the sigmoid colon. The sigmoid colon, the colon goes like this. It goes up on the right side, ascending colon, across, right underneath the liver. This is your traverse colon, down on the left side, which is your descending colon, and then it goes through like a little S curve down here. And that's the sigmoid colon. The sigmoid colon is important to magnetize because the sigmoid colon, because of that little curve, it could be a repository for a virus or a bacteria or all kind of pathogens. So
is that where people get their appendix taken out?
Appendix is on this side,
okay,
but for the same thing, for the same reason, right? Because of the descent of toxins through gravity down into that part of the colon, okay? We also want to hit the areas where there is high flow of blood, because when your blood is acidic, or when your body's milieu is acidic, your red blood cells tend to stack up together and stick together the way these magnets are stuck together, you see? And that's to protect themselves. But your red blood cells are supposed to be negatively charged, and like poles repel. They're supposed to be like this, negative, repelling against each other, all right? They're supposed to be bouncing against each other. And when the red blood cells are able to flow freely, that enables the white blood cells to grow to their proper size, which is 3 times the size of red blood cells, and to do their job. When your red blood cells are in chains and stacks, then that prevents the flow of your blood. It prevents your white blood cells from growing to their proper size, and it helps, unfortunately, helps the body to accumulate virus, bacteria, fungus, and parasites.
So you want more circulation then?
Yes,
Allow your body to circulate blood flow more and have better white blood cells to fight off any bacteria or virus.
exactly. You want to improve your circulation, and you also want to get rid, you also want to allow the white blood cells to do what they need to do. Okay. So how does it feel?
Great.
Okay. Now, at this distance from the equator, right, the magnetic field of the Earth is such that once the magnets are in place, then they should be in place for about 30 minutes. If we were closer to the equator, that would be a shorter time, because closer to the equator, the magnetic field of the Earth is greater.
Stronger, yeah.
It's stronger. And if we were in Canada, it may take an hour once the magnets are in place, that you have to leave them in place for the therapy to take effect.
Great.
Yeah. I want to go to Sedona, which is a magnetic vortex, right? Sedona, Arizona, and find out how effective my biomagnetism therapy would be there.
Okay. Why? Why is it a vortex?
I don't know. I think it's because of some volcanic activity that's going on underground there. But it's well known that Sedona is a highly spiritual place and very magnetic environment.
Very therapeutic.
Very therapeutic. Now for us, the best place to go would be the beach. Not just on the beach, but on the part of the beach where the water meets the sand, the wet sand. Walk there, sit down there, do what my son and I do and build sand castles there in the wet part of the sand, because that's where the magnetic field of the Earth, come in, son, where the magnetic energy of the planet is strongest. Come introduce yourself and say hi.
Hello.
This is my assistant.
Hi. I'm Kai.
They can't see your head. There you go. Here, come behind him. Come behind him. So he's my assistant and my student,
Yes.
my
Apprentice.
protege, my apprentice.
Apprentice.
Yes. That's it.
Yes.
Good job, my man.
So, at 12, we can go see my friend's birthday party.
That's right.
Jumping jacks.
Yes.
His friend is having a birthday party today.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah,
So how do you feel? You feel good?
because sometimes Anthony says that his birthday is on the 23rd, but it's his early birthday, right, Dad?
That's right. That's right. An early birthday party. Now, biomagnetic pair therapy is good for taking care of a lot of illnesses, a lot of conditions, just improving your general health, improving your circulation, depolarizing, which is to remove the polarity, either positive or negative, high pH or low pH of different pathogens that you have in the body. Viruses tend to have very low pH. Bacteria tend to have a high pH. This is not always the case with every virus or every bacteria. But for example, in cases of the first stages of HIV infection, the HIV virus is in the colon, in the large intestine, and it makes the colon acidic. It brings down the pH, and it holds on to the body until the disease takes hold of the body and the person has full-blown AIDS. It holds on to the body by means of E. coli bacteria, which is in the thymus gland. Now, many of us have, we all have E. coli in our body. It's a bacteria that we have to a certain degree. But if we go to fast food restaurants or any kind of restaurant, really, we have a very high chance of picking up E. coli to a degree that is unhealthy. And that would reside mainly in the thymus gland. So in those cases, we would take a powerful magnet, put the positive pole of the magnet on the thymus gland to bring down the pH, and put the negative pole of a magnet under the colon to bring up the pH. And we're depolarizing that relationship and assisting the body in getting rid of both pathogens and getting rid of the E. coli bacteria and the HIV.
How about like for stress? What would be a good, how does it affect stress?
Well,
Or stress?
for stress, we have certain pairs that we would place actually on the head and on the spinal column to help get rid of stress. If the stress is caused situationally or because of emotional issues, we can do what's called the emotion code,
Okay.
which is the brainchild of, what is his name here? I have this book.
That guy.
Yeah. Dr. Bradley Nelson.
Okay.
Right? And during the emotion code, we take the negative magnet, the negative side, this is positive, it's marked in red, negative marked in black, and we follow the governing meridian. If people who are familiar with acupuncture understand that we have meridian lines throughout our body that affect the flow of ki or chi or life energy. The governing meridian, the main meridian, starts right here beneath the nose, goes over the top of the head, and all the way down the spine to the tailbone. So basically, to allow the body to release, to give your body permission to release pent-up emotions, we would take and run the negative pole of the magnet across the entire, all the way down, across the entire governing meridian. And we can do that, you know, any number of times. According to the emotion code, the book, 3 to 5 times would be for yourself. 6 to 10 times would be things that you picked up from your parents, and everything beyond that would be either from previous generations or from past lives. And some people believe that we carry things from previous incarnations if you're into that belief system. But either way, following the emotion code using biomagnetism is a very good therapy that goes along with this. We also do CES, of course, which is what he's doing right now, cranial electrotherapy stimulation. We have settings on the CES for stress. We have settings for meditation, settings for sleep, settings for mood enhancing, brain enhancing, okay? And we also have custom settings. And we also do neural feedback, which is EEG biofeedback. We use an electroencephalograph on the head. We read the brain waves with an EEG amplifier while the client watches a movie or plays a video game. And during that time, the image is clear until we detect undesirable brainwave activity. At the time we detect undesirable brainwave activity, the software makes the movie blurry temporarily. And the brain is going to do whatever it has to do to clear it up, okay? So during that process, we're training the brain to work more and more efficiently as time goes on.
So through self-regulation then, the body will actually readjust itself.
Yes.
Under that, I call it stress, but that variation.
That variation, and eventually you find a new base point. You find a new level of cortical arousal, and everyone's different. Everyone's optimal level of cortical arousal is about as unique as your fingerprint or your thumbprint. But we can help you find it, and we can help you stay there with the therapies that we do here at the Biometric Health Center.
Huge. If people just don't know with the stress, how to deal without medications, because people don't like side effects of medications.
Yes.
And then naturally, at that point, even if you're on medication, it won't affect you.
Exactly. Exactly. And I try to stay away from medications. I'm not going to tell you to alter your relationship with your physician. I mean, if you have a prescription and you're on medication, then by all means stick with your physician's recommendations. But if you have serious cases of pathogens in the body, then I would suggest doing something like a cleanse with what we call MMS, or miracle mineral solution, the active ingredient in which is chlorine dioxide. And I'm going to mix up a little bit right here so that you can see what it is. It's a 2-part solution, okay? Sodium chlorite, which is 1 molecule away from table salt, all right? And hydrochloric acid, which is the activator, okay? We all know what hydrochloric acid is. Okay, so you would start with 1 drop, because 1 drop is really all that's needed, right? We'll put 1 drop of sodium chloride. And you can see that it's clear. It's like water. And 1 drop of hydrochloric acid. All right. And now you can see it's starting to react. You see how it's starting to turn yellow? You see that? It's got a nice golden color now. Okay. It's reacting. And when it reacts, it produces a gas. You can smell it. It smells like a swimming pool. And it's called chlorine dioxide. Okay. You mix this small amount, with a glass of water. You can use an 8-ounce glass of water, and you drink it. And you do that 8 times a day. Okay. It only lasts, this reaction will only go on for 1 hour. It only lasts for about an hour. Okay, chlorine dioxide only remains chlorine dioxide for about an hour. Okay, and so after an hour, it just turns into table salt. You just have a little bit more salt inside your body. And what it does is it goes through your bloodstream, and it kills by oxidation, not by chlorination. Don't confuse this with bleach. This is not bleach. Okay, smells bleachy, but it's not bleach. And what it does is it neutralizes heavy metal toxins, okay? You can later on rid your body of those heavy metal toxins with bentonite clay, okay? Bentonite clay is clay that is taken from volcanic ash, and it has a natural negative charge to it, a negative magnetic charge. So what that does is it draws out all of the positively charged heavy metal toxins that are in the body. You do not want to handle bentonite clay with a metal spoon. You don't want to put it in a metal jar or a jar with a metal lid. You don't want it to come in touch with any metal, because it'll just turn into regular clay. You want it to keep its negative magnetic charge. You want to handle it with a plastic spoon or a wooden spoon, okay? And it's very good, all right? It's very good and very cheap, because there are at least 1,000 uses for bentonite clay. But what you do is you do 8 glasses of chlorine dioxide per day. And at the very end of the day, you drink a glass of bentonite clay with water. You shake it up in water and you drink that. And that will draw out all of the heavy metal toxins. You can also bathe in bentonite clay. It has the same effect. It has the same effect as an ionic foot bath. I also use bentonite clay for foot baths as well. But it's very good for removing heavy metal toxin burdens. So we can do biomagnetism to assist the body, to strengthen the body's ability, the body's own immune system and defense system, strengthen the body to assist it in its work in getting rid of toxins. We can kill all pathogens, virus, bacteria, fungus, and even parasites with miracle mineral solution, MMS, or chlorine dioxide, which is the technical name for it. Okay, and once we neutralize heavy metals, because that's what it does as well, in addition to killing your pathogens, it neutralizes the heavy metals in your body. And once that's done, we can get rid of the heavy metal toxins in the body with bentonite clay.
The neurofeedback, how does that help?
Neurofeedback is a very good way to condition the brain and to get rid of dysregulation. Dysregulation, you can consider that akin to kinks in the neocortex in the brain.
It gets the body to heal and stay from becoming toxic then too, correct?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. This will prevent your body from even becoming toxic. You know, I do a flush every year in the first 3 weeks of the year between New Year's Day and my birthday, which is January 21st.
Hint.
Hint. Yes.
Presents.
Exactly. You can register me at any expensive store.
Exactly.
And I do 3 weeks of chlorine dioxide, whether I need it or not. And I spend the year mucus-free, phlegm-free, illness-free. I don't get sick. I don't get sick in the first place. And I work really hard and have a pretty stressful business that I run here. And it doesn't matter. I stay healthy. Okay. That's a good plan, isn't it? Yeah. So with CES and neurofeedback, we can condition the nervous system and the brain to get rid of stress, anxiety, ADD, ADHD, anxiety, depression, post-traumatic stress disorder, insomnia, eating disorders, sleeping disorders, addictions, bruxism, which is clenching of teeth. There are a number of neurological conditions that we can help with. Autism spectrum disorder. There are a number of conditions that we can help you with, and
yeah, it's great.
And with the biomagnetism, MMS, and bentonite clay, we can help pretty much all of the physical ailments that you would have to deal with.
Great.
So now we're just going to give this a chance to work. I appreciate you guys joining. Thank you, Howard, Antonio, Roy, Sonia, and Yenny. I appreciate you guys joining. If you have if you have any questions, by all means, type them in, and I can address them right now.
We're doing a show. When are we doing our show?
We're doing our show on this coming Tuesday, right? And it's going to be on the Euclid Chiropractic YouTube channel.
It's going to be the crooked. It's going to be my other page called the Crooked Spine Show.
The Crooked Spine Show. Look up the
Crooked Spine Show. That's what we do.
Crooked Spine Show.
11 o'clock.
At 11 o'clock on
Ish.
YouTube. 11-ish.
Yeah.
On YouTube. Yeah. And we're going to also do another edited copy down with on Biomed RX TV as well.
Exactly. Great.
This is going to be the first of many that we're going to be doing together.
I like it.
We have a lot of synergy. We're here in the same town, the same city of Upland, California.
One of the biggest things is how do we get people to realize be in charge of your own health? You're your best. You're your best health practitioner. You're your best advocate.
Yes.
So by doing this, allows you to train yourself to become your own doctor. Yes, we will have things that we need medical doctors for, but the problem is we expect too much of them, become too dependent on them, even on supplements too. So how to keep our bodies healthy, as we did thousands of years previous, versus relying on someone else to do it for us.
And that's the problem. We're too, we place too much confidence in the people who wear the white coats.
Exactly, like yours.
Like mine, right?
I wear one. That's for that reason.
Exactly. White coat and a diploma on the wall here, right?
And a big student loan. So it is how to keep ourselves healthy, naturally on our own, simplistically, by doing therapies when we need them. At that point, understanding how our body works. Once you know how your body works, when you feel a stress point, at that point, you know, okay, what do I do for this? You train your body as your own first aid kit for yourself. Because again, you said before, everyone has their own unique body chemistry. So understand we have different tolerances for stress. So that someone says something to me one day, I go, yeah, whatever. Next time, I'm like, I'm going to punch that guy in the face. So at that point, you're going to realize your body reacts differently to stressors around you. When you know what those are, that way you can dictate how to treat your own health, to stay healthy, to not get sick, especially have a lot of long-term chronic sickness problems too, which is good.
This is true.
That's it for me.
I think we'll start a watch party.
How'd that go?
It went well. It's still going on.
There you go.
We're looking good.
So you know your stuff, it's it's making it more precise. If you want just feedback, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. We're going to get a feedback loop. Let me turn it down.
That's how people kind of want. Okay, what's going on? How's this work? And at that point, can it help me?
Oh, this watch party on a live video is good.
There you go. Live is always better.
You can invite a lot more people when it's a watch
I
party.
didn't start doing that yet. Yes, you see YouTube live videos, but they cut me off because I don't have 1,000 subscribers.
Really?
Yeah, last week. I'm like, what?
So wait, if you don't have 1,000, you can't go live anymore?
You go live on YouTube.
Wow, no wonder.
They cut you off.
Yeah, because I was going live from time to time too.
Yeah. It feeds your Google page, everything else too, so it gets more people to see what you're doing. But no more. Just
And-
go back to live Facebook only.
Google Plus, from what I understand, has they're no more either.
Nope, I do my Google business page till it dies out, and that's it. That connects to your directory, your Google directory.
Oh, yes.
So you can post videos there too. Again, like Instagram has to get every minute. So I do updates as a post there also, and you can upload video or pictures too.
Nice.
So do me a favor with your phone, take a picture of me,
Yes.
and I'll have you send it to me. I'm
Okay.
going to show you how to use it as to get people to post pictures on your Google business page when they have the right app open.
Okay.
Or you can go, can you open my phone without me being on it or no?
Don't think so.
Yeah, I'll open it for you.
Yeah.
At that point, you can take a picture with my phone.
Perfect.
And you can post that picture of this, what I'm doing right now,
Yes.
biomagnetism. That's something that is a service that you offer here. Again, Google Photos are worth 2 points. Google Reviews worth 5 points. So at least getting 2 points every time someone posts a review
Really?
of a Google photo.
And what do these points go toward?
Toward your ranking on Google.
Really?
So you rank higher. Your categories, if you have 3 categories, right?
Yes.
When you do your Google business page, all of your categories.
Huh.
That's why I stay #1. Try to post at least 1 picture a week and do at least 1 review a week. At least 7 points a week. Every week for the rest of my career.
Have you brought in a lot of business from your online presence?
Yes. I mean, last year we broke our all-time office record 4 times last year. We'll probably hit or break that again this year too. I think
Goodness.
our best month last year was 99 new patients.
Wow. 99 in 1 month.
Everything. It's still online, it's personal referrals, everything. It's all clicked 1 month. So we're up to about 87, 88 before that.
Not bad.
It's everything. It's putting videos up, post up, response stuff, everything, ads up, everything. But the ROI is huge.
That's the thing, getting to the point where you're getting a good return on investment.
Yeah, just takes time. 3 months minimum once you start.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for joining us. So basically what we're doing now is waiting. We're allowing the magnets to take effect. You know, like I said before, it takes about 30 to 35 minutes at this distance from the equator. And if we were closer to the equator, it would take less time.
Hey, grab my phone when you have a chance, Devin.
Okay.
Take a picture of me, then I'll share it, post it. Probably 20 minutes right now.
Here you go. Yeah.
Cool. Where's the little button? That work?
Yeah. Okay, want me to take a picture of here? Okay. Camera. All right, yeah, this is good. Okay. Overhead, full body. We're gonna come from this end. You want to see what's here on your liver. These magnets attract each other.
Okay.
No problem, no problem. Oh, let me catch you.
That up.
Sure. This is one of the most important pairs. This is a very powerful pair of magnets, and we're using it right here on the liver. Okay, we want to make sure we improve the circulation in the liver and the gallbladder. Perfect. We got 4 good pictures here.
Even once again, it doesn't matter.
You can join us, man.
Oh, that's okay, Dad.
That's okay, guy. I should be ready to go back on the radio pretty soon, probably before the end of the year.
Why? Why do you want to do radio?
Well, I was doing pretty good with Salem
Okay.
out of, AM 590.
Receive business from it?
Not as much as I would like, honestly, but
Then why would you do it?
because I want to do their Glendale station. I want to see if, since I have a good reputation with them. And
Without people driving from Glendale here?
now that's another issue.
Why would you want to do it?
Well, Glendale, that station is a lot more powerful.
But it doesn't draw people to your business.
Now that I will have to find out.
Then why would you want to do it? I keep saying it because I don't like to waste time. You know what I mean?
Yes.
If you can help people here, like getting people here, like you said, the Facebook ads are really good.
Yes.
At that point, jump on that, man.
Facebook ads are much more effective, I must admit.
Don't waste your time. I mean, for me, it's
Yes.
just my own. Unless you have an inspiration to do that and help people there, I mean, I don't like to waste time.
The digital world is really killing traditional media.
And I apologize. That's where everything is.
That's right.
So why would you want to do that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And why do I want to pay $10,000 for a TV commercial to watch it? Because traditional media says you have to do it to be popular with them.
And that's exactly what it would cost too, no less than 10 grand.
Exactly what you would. How much does Facebook cost you?
Maybe $100 a week.
I think I pay $500 a month for my ads. About probably 10, 15 times return on investment. Minimum.
From Facebook, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not a good deal. I mean, radio's not a good deal versus Facebook. The audience isn't there anymore. Not for what you want to do. I think you can target people with Facebook, target exactly what kind of people you want, what age group, what ethnicity, what occupation, in what range, at what time of day. Why not?
Yes, exactly. At what time of day, exactly. And you know what? About a year ago, I purchased the highly affluent consumer database
Okay.
for the 91786 zip code and 25 miles, a radius around it.
Yeah.
And those are all of the households that are, bringing in at least 150,000 a year.
Got it. Okay.
Well, there's a function on Facebook where you can upload that database,
Nice.
and then they'll give you a lookalike audience.
There you go.
So, most of the people on any database are going to have a Facebook account.
There you go.
You see? So, Facebook will upload it, it'll find out the individuals, and then it'll say, okay, well, who's like this
Wow.
within this area, who's making this, yeah.
I put in my recommendations too when I do my Facebook ads also. My audiences, their income level.
Income level, right? Exactly. So we're here at the Biomed RX Health Center. We're at 916 North Mountain Avenue, Suite D1 in the city of Upland, California. We're on the southeast corner of Mountain Avenue and Foothill Boulevard. So those of you who are in the Inland Empire and the area of Upland, Pomona, Montclair, Claremont, Fontana, Ontario, San Dimas. There are a lot of cities around here. A lot of places around,
Montclair.
Yeah, Montclair, yeah. Laverne. You're welcome to come down. And if you have any questions about the therapies, you can call us at area code 909-608-2880. Or if you want to reach me after business hours, you can call me on my cell, which is area code 424-204-2382. And of course, I suggest that you like our page here on YouTube. There are a few Biomed RX pages, and also like us on Facebook. Yes.
Facebook, Instagram, everywhere.
Facebook, Instagram, exactly, everywhere. Ooh. So now you can see we've got just about a half hour of time, okay? And I'm going to start taking Dr. Vic's magnets off. Now you may have the sensation of needing to use the bathroom.
I'm good right now.
You're good, good. One thing when you're doing biomagnetism, it's very important to be well hydrated, because I talked before about how the blood cells stick together, stack up, red blood cells stack up in an acidic body and an acidic milieu. Well, once the blood cells pass beneath the magnetic field polarizes the iron in your blood as well as the hydrogen in your blood. If you remember in grammar school, if you pass a magnet beneath a layer of cardboard, and you had iron filings or magnetic filings on top, that eventually the filings would line themselves up. They would line themselves up along with the magnetic lines of flux coming from the magnet. Well, that same thing happens to your body, to your blood cells. It frees them from each other. It opens them up for circulation, recharges them negatively. Each of your red blood cells is supposed to have a negative magnetic charge. And that's like opening up a sponge, because now they all require more water. So you're going to feel dehydrated after biomagnetic pair therapy. And your body is going to also be discharging pathogens. So you want to give it as much of a chance to clear your body of pathogens as you can. So drink a lot of water before and after every biomagnetic pair therapy session. Okay, as you can see, these were on the sigmoid colon. Big negative magnet on the navel to release stem cells. Very powerful magnets on the liver, okay? I don't even have to explain how important the liver is as an organ.
Detox your body, people.
Detox your entire body. The pancreas. all of the high circulation areas. Subclavial to affect all of the circulation that affects the throat. Got a big audience on this.
There you go.
And the heart.
You can use my real name, Dr. Tony.
Dr. Tony, thank you.
And how does this toxins get out of your body then?
Well,
Physical removal, or how does that work?
no, you're going to be going to the bathroom. It's good if you can visit the gym and hit the sauna,
Got it.
right?
Okay.
And drink a lot of water. And yes, you're going to be using the toilet.
So it goes through your body, pushes it through your body
Yes.
to make it happen.
Through the regular channels of detoxification.
But at this point, I feel like I feel relaxed, but not like I'm going through a detox. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Where your body's not going through that reaction.
So it's good.
Yeah.
Now this is Dr. Tony. He is a chiropractor
Yes,
here
I am.
in Euclid, Euclid Chiropractic here in Upland. What's the address?
It is 60 East Foothill next to US Bank and McDonald's off Foothill and Euclid southeast corner. That's what we do. So we're gonna have our show on Tuesday. We'll do that and walk through the big process of how this system works, the neurofeedback with what you do also. The biggest thing is, how do people realize how to de-stress their body, get their body to really feel good and know you're healthy.
Yes.
I think that's the key. When you know you're healthy, at that point, by knowing the inside and outside, you prevent disease, prevent injuries, prevent things that you would have to cash in your life insurance for. So, and use your health insurance to realize your health insurance is great when you're sick. When you use it less, at that point, you're not going to pay your high copays and deductibles like I have. So realize you're saving money by doing things to prevent health injuries and health sickness.
And you feel better and you live longer.
Huge.
And you live a higher quality of life. Health is wealth.
That's it. And then when you live a higher quality of life, you enjoy people around, you enjoy what you do, and you tolerate stress, which we all have stress throughout the day, whatever level it is, so you can stay healthy even when you're under stress. You tolerate that stress better. All right, anything else?
That's it.
All right. Thanks, Devin.
Thank you, doctor.
Thank
All right.
Great. Thank you
Thank
for
you
having
all
me.
for joining us. I appreciate you. All of you. Wow, we got quite an audience here. And you guys have a wonderful day. And thanks for joining us.
Worked out well.